Hey guys, enter the stars. And this is the element antimony. Now, antimony is found in 63 times the allowable toxic limit in chemtrail particulates. You reference pink sapphire 2 for this video. Antimony is used in eyeshadow, and we've covered this on a previous video. In the book of Enoch, chapter 8, interestingly enough, it says that Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth, and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids. And it's interesting that antimony is used mainly in cosmetics, as it states here. And it's been used since ancient times as cosmetics in ancient Egypt. And we've talked about ancient Egypt being the source of many of the Nephilim fallen angel bloodlines. So it makes sense that this would be mentioned in the book of Enoch as something that was taught to men. Antimony exists mainly in China. China makes up 80% of the world's antimony, as you can see here in red. Now, this is the ancient hieroglyph for the symbol of antimony. And you will notice this figure here. And that is the hieroglyph for an owl from ancient Egypt. So what we have is now a direct reference to the beautifying of the eyelids. And we can see here the figure 8, once again, the owl and the eye, all included in this hieroglyph from ancient Egypt, going back all the way to 3500 BC. Let's take a closer look at this hieroglyph. It is seen here as the hieroglyph for antimony, which is eyeshadow. In ancient Egypt, the symbol meaning of the owl revolved around the guardianship of the underworlds and a protection of the dead. And here are some of the images from the hieroglyphs in ancient Egypt of the owls. And it is pretty prominent. Again, protector of the dead. And another link between antimony and the owl. Antimony being the metallic substance used in eyeshadow, and the owl. This is the link. This word coal, which kind of sounds like owl. Cowl, coal, owl. But here's the interesting thing. The word coal is used to describe the sulfide of antimony. When we look at Kohl's, the department store, we find that it is headquartered in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, which falls on the 88th longitudinal parallel near Chicago. Now, the 88 is important because the 8s signify time and brings us right back to the owl, which is where we've done a lot of our research. The 8, the figure 8, stands for sign, the sine wave, sin brought into the world by the fallen angels. Molech is their god, the god owl, mentioned in the Bible. Now, Kohl's also has a night owl sale. When you type in night owl sale, the first results that you get are from Kohl's, and they dominate the night owl sale because Kohl's is really the owl. Kohl's being antimony. Is this all starting to make sense to you guys? Now, they even show here that in 1988, Kohl's added 26 locations from Chicago-based Main Street gaining several stores in the Chicago suburbs. Chicago also being on the 88th longitudinal parallel. So now we have direct links between the owl, coals, the beautifying of the eyelids, and eyeshadow. This is a reference to the god queen MOLECH. So when you put on eyeshadow, antimony, which is the main ingredient in eyeshadow, you are in effect dressing up like an owl. So, we have definitively concluded that the beautifying of the eyelids is in fact homage to the god MOLECH, the owl god MOLECH, going all the way back to the dawn of time. And these fallen angels were already teaching this to man. And if we look at pictures of owls, we can see why. And these owls have very definitive eyeliner-like structure around the eyes, which is probably where the origination of the beautifying of the eyelids came from, according to the Book of Enoch and the research that we have done here, you guys. I don't know how I find this information, but it's there, and it's undeniable. Does it mean that everybody that wears eyeliner and eyeshadow is evil? No, of course not. This is just knowledge that we've been given and eyes to see. Take care and be safe, you guys.